We'll talk about long distance. A free cell phone program for low-income Americans is coming under intense scrutiny after some of those phones were sent to people who are no longer alive. And you're paying for it, of course. Arkansas Congressman Tim Griffin is pushing to reform the government giveaway. He joins us now from Little Rock. Congressman, thanks a lot for joining us. A recent, as you know, FCC audit showed that over 40% of the people receiving these phones don't qualify to get them. Who is overseeing this or not overseeing it?
Well, the FCC is, Tucker, but you got to ask yourself, now that they're trying to address this waste, why didn't they come up with a plan in the first place? And even if you address a lot of the waste in this program, which has not been done yet, you still have the issue of, should the government be providing cell phones to people when you can get a cell phone with limited coverage on a by-minute fee, which is pretty cheap? And then it raises the question, where do we draw the line? Should we give out iPads? It would be nice if everyone had an iPad, but I don't believe that's the role of government.
Well, now that you suggested iPads, I'm sure that will be in the President's next State of the Union address.
Yes,
I'm going to put up on the screen some of the costs here. These are real costs, as you know. This program went from $819 million in 2008. It has ballooned to $2.2 billion last year. Pretty unbelievable. So you want, as I understand it, not necessarily to end this program right away, but to rein in some of the fraud.
What I want to do is take the Lifeline program back to what it was before the cell phones were added. What that means is these folks that are eligible can get a landline. You did not have much waste, fraud, and abuse when it was just landlines. Obviously, people weren't interested in having 10, 20 landlines in their home the way they are having 10, 20 cell phones. And so my proposal would simply kill the cell phone portion of it. So if you were really shut in, you could still get a landline. And so that would eliminate most of the waste that we're seeing. In Arkansas alone, we were under $3 million for this program about 5 years ago. And now under the cell phones program, it's gone to $56 million, from under $3 million to $56 million just in Arkansas.
That's unbelievable.
So this is, and a lot of this, Tucker, is really what we hear about. We hear people talk about corporate welfare, crony capitalism. Sure, there are some people being helped because it's convenient to have a cell phone, certainly.
Right.
But let me tell you who's really benefiting from this. It's TracFone and some of these corporations.
Well, of course it is, and it would be interesting to check the donor records there. It'll be interesting to see who opposes your legislation. We'll keep following this. Congressman Tim Griffin of Arkansas, thanks very much. You need to unburden yourself. You don't need to go to confession any longer. Just